All right, very good. So it's the Q&A mastermind call for April the 17th, 2017. Tomorrow is tax day. Just a quick update on that. I don't know if you saw it, Aaron, but Dina Gillen posted. She said she got her first sale in the first 5 minutes from the tax day, and now she's up to 36.
Whoa!
Yeah, in her first 5 hours.
Wait a minute, that's tax day tomorrow.
Yeah, well, she's in the UK, and so they don't have a tax day, so she's using it as at Easter. Interestingly, Easter Monday, something or other. She made a little post about it, but she's generated 36 sales already.
Outstanding.
Yeah, no, that's nice. That's nice. Chris, are you running that one?
Yes, sir.
And
yeah, so we everything's out, running well. We've had one person actually called today, thought it was tax day today, and we got her all signed up. And we had a guy call yesterday or over the weekend just advising he was not available tomorrow, so he wanted to see if he could take advantage sooner. So, yeah, so it's looking good so far.
Excellent. Excellent. It's always interesting to see how you can create behavior. You know, you can get people to do this stuff just with, a few words in an email and, and legitimate urgency. And people are like, heck yeah, it's always cool. All right. Well, good. Well, hopefully this will pop for you through tomorrow. That'd be nice.
Yeah.
That'd be nice. How are things going otherwise, Chris? What's going on your end?
Going well. Everything's going well. We're in the process of the move. So I had the signage being worked on by the signs and graphics team on the back end. So they're sort of working through that process. And I have some before and after picture templates that I posted up on the group. And we're sort of just working through, finalizing a design there. Still working on establishing our charity partner. So that's a process, trying to whittle down through who the best partner is going to be for us there. Got that going on. Trying to think what else. Got the crystal ball report. Got that up, running, done. Have that going up on my website, as well as I added that to the back of the business card like we discussed. So I have my graphics guy just finalizing some design, which I'll post up to the page for everybody to take a look at after he gets done. So I have that with a custom domain that's going to drive them back to the landing page.
Yeah.
Sweet. What about your the yoga woman? How's that progressing?
Yeah, good question. So that went well. It went really well. So I started off with the questions ahead of time that we discussed. And then I met with her, and we just had a real good, transparent, heartfelt conversation for about an hour and a half probably. And we, just kind of put it all out on the table. Here's my fears. Here's my concerns. I was real transparent about my fears, honestly, with her, and she really appreciated that. And so we ended up coming to an agreement with this current situation, as well as establishing some healthy boundaries for the future.
Excellent. So you feel good about it?
Yeah, I feel pretty good about it. I don't know exactly where we're going to go in the future with it necessarily. Right now, it's not clear, but I think we're good as of right now. We're in a good place.
Excellent. Very good. And it's just, if nothing else, it's personal growth on your part. Just dealing with the situation, gaining experience and everything.
Yeah.
So, yeah, good for you.
Yeah, we talked about that. We also talked about, because she does have aspirations to open her own yoga studio in the future. She feels that she's like on the 10-year plan for that, as we discussed it. But, we openly talked about the possibilities of mass exodus if an instructor like her, who's a really good instructor, and a lot of people are here because of her, could potentially leave. And we talked about that. And we also talked about, my ask to her was to sort of help me build a team, and mentor other instructors so that we could have a team of good instructors in place, so that when in fact she does leave, and we know she will at some point, that I didn't have everybody leaving along with her. And she was, wide open to that, had a lot of suggestions, and is on board with helping with that process.
Chris, that was smart.
Yeah.
That was highly thought out. Here's another potential. something that you might want to consider or not. When we were growing our Fitness Together franchises, the objective was to create a program that would infuse loyalty in our customers, not our customers, but our trainers, because we had the horror stories, man. I'm not lying. We had the mass exodus horror stories on more than one occasion. And anyway, as a sidebar, Eric, one day we probably need to do a special Q&A like this, or just rant on horror stories. The horror story episode, right? And just have everybody come out and tell their stories and maybe find solutions. But anyway, Chris, back to what you could potentially do is what we did, and we created a producer to leader program within our four walls to give our trainers a clear career path and a hope, all right? And so what we just brought them in over a year time period, and in the first quarter of that year, we had them with X amount of responsibilities, and the second quarter, those responsibilities increased, and then the third quarter, they increased yet more, right? And the fourth quarter, though, it was designed to have them fully operations, doing everything, with the end goal of being, we'll do one of three things. A, we will find you an investor to open up another location of Fitness Together, right? We will partner with you to open a location, right? So we become partners with you and open a location. And so we would either find you an investor, partner with you ourselves, or you could, find your own money and open up a franchise style unit, all right? So I doubt that you have any franchise aspirations. Maybe you do, maybe you don't. But either way, it could be that
right on the bottom shelf.
It could be that somewhere in.
Sorry, I'm on a call.
It could be that somewhere in this strategy, you can find a way to open a second location as her being the lead or the manager or part owner or whatever, since she already has aspirations to open one.
Right. Absolutely.
Yeah. And you know what else is, it's this is just an idea. I'd throw it out there just as Aaron did too. But we were talking earlier about how to structure compensation for her. One of the things that you could do, you could consider doing, is you could say, hey, for every X client you bring in, we can put X amount into like an escrow, or maybe just she gets credit for it that goes towards an investment in her business when she wants to go independent with you as an investor, with you owning a portion of it. So that, that X amount of dollars, rather than her getting the money, it just goes into a fund that you would use to help finance her growth. And you'd have ownership, partial ownership of the business, and could generate revenue, without too much additional work. There's all sorts of ways to structure it, not trying to get confusing or anything like that, but there's a lot of ways to think about how you can allocate resources and gain some leverage.
No, that's great.
And the key is, how did you feel about, you said you had this great conversation with her. Do you feel good about her? Do you feel like she's, the kind of person that there's a lot of, do you feel like she's honest, I guess is what I'm getting at.
Yes. Yeah. I think I think very highly of her.
Awesome. Well, that's good, because those types of people, your proof's always in the pudding, and it takes time to fully vet, but it's a good starting point. That's for sure.
Yeah.
Excellent. Rick, how are you, brother?
Good. Actually wanted to get on here real quick before we check out of the hotel and head towards the airport. Didn't want to miss though.
Rick, you're awesome, man.
Are you still in Orlando right now?
Yeah, we check out of the hotel at 11 o'clock, and then our flight takes off at like 4 o'clock today. So we'll go find something to do. I'm down here with my daughter and her boyfriend.
Okay, great. Was this for another show for your daughter?
No, this was just for their spring break to get away. It was for them.
Nice.
So they're just kind of tugging me along.
Yeah.
They're not paying for everything.
Yeah, I hear you. Well, I'm sorry we missed you, but we were away and we went to St. Petersburg for the weekend. So
I'll be back again in, the first week of June. We already had talked about that. I'll be down here then with Pat's doing his thing. And my daughter will actually then be performing at Disney World. So it'll be a pretty cool thing. Yeah, their choir.
Okay. Excellent. Very good. Very good.
So to be honest with you, I haven't had a chance to really dive into the new SOPs. I did download them, but I haven't had a chance to really look into them because they've had me on the go here.
Yeah.
But I will get to it probably Tuesday evening, tomorrow night, because tomorrow I'm expecting the phones are going to go all day with the tax day sale. I actually had people calling me this morning because apparently they had the phones forwarded to my cell phone. So I was getting calls today, people asking me about it.
Yeah, Chris was saying he got a couple himself. I don't know if you've seen it yet, but we were talking about it earlier. This Dina Gillen from the UK, she's already done 36 sales. They're not doing a tax day; they're doing an Easter thing. But
right.
Yeah, 36. That's nice.
Good.
Yeah.
I'll be curious to see because I'm doing it not only for the facility, but like we said, I'm going to do it for NPS too and see what materializes there.
Excellent. Very good. So
that one I'll be really curious about.
Yeah. When you're traveling, do you get into the gym at all when you travel?
This week we didn't.
Yeah.
But usually, when we're down someplace for a week, I will.
You got to find special gyms that have a shit ton of weight.
Yeah. Or I'll just make do with whatever. I mean, if they don't have big enough weights, I'll just make do. I don't get to go to Planet Fitness.
Yeah. No.
The local alarm will go off constantly.
Yeah, they don't like guys like you.
No.
You intimidate them. That's funny. All right, very good. Well, Chris, any questions or anything like that we can help you with? Are you in good shape?
No, good. I appreciate you guys' support and feedback with my yoga instructor there. And I'm going to be heading into the week ahead with I'm about a week behind probably in the SOPs. So I'm diving in this week to the new client onboarding and the referral rewards. So that's where I am.
All right, great. And I would just encourage you to, is there a hang up or an issue with the charity partnering? Are you running into any types of problems there?
No, not really. Just haven't really put that much time into it. And we were also waiting on surveys to come back from the clients, trying to get some feedback from them on favorite charities.
Okay. All right, good. Rick, so anything in particular that comes to mind, anything that you want to discuss, any issues or?
Not really. Like I said, I haven't had a chance to look at the new protocols. I'm sure by Friday I'll have questions there.
Okay.
But the other one, I mean, heck, the tax day sale's been set up, ready to run for 2 weeks. So if there's any questions are kind of already buried in what I've programmed. I think we're good. We're ready. I actually had my admin, because we usually have people come in and sit down with us to sign up. I know we'll be doing this over the phone, getting their credit card and everything. I had her create a form that we're going to take down their information and get it from them, run their credit card, and set an appointment right there so we still know when they're coming in. So we get them signed waivers, and that's usually when they sign up is when I do my fast action offer. I don't wait till 3, 4, 5 weeks in. We do it the day they sign up, but we tell them that they have up until a week before the end of their 6-week challenge to let us know if they're not going to. So I'd make them a good offer, say you're locking it in today, but you're not committing to it. And then it's all set up, ready to go. And if we do our job, they stay on. If they do leave, then they just have to give us a week, 7 days before the end of their challenge. And basically, I make everybody responsible for themselves instead of me chasing them around trying to do another sales pitch.
So just clarify for me, then the fast action offer is essentially an upsell. Is that right?
Yeah, basically, they come in for my 6-week challenge, okay? When they're sitting down signing up for the 6-week challenge, I also have built into the agreement my fast action offer. This is nobody else is doing this, and it amazes me because I came up with it, and people still haven't said, "Oh, I like it." They say I like it, but they're not doing it. So as I'm going through the agreement with them, going over the terms and conditions, the liability waiver, page 3 is my fast action offer. And basically what I do is, well, it says that 2-month free thing that Aaron and I talked about is at the end of the 6 weeks, if they decide they want to continue, my normal rates are X. However, for a 6-month commitment, however, if you decide to continue, I'm going to give you 2 months free, spread the payments over 8 weeks instead of 6, so it makes it cheaper for you, and it comes to Y. Now, you have up until 1 week before the end of your 6-week challenge to let me know if you don't want to continue. You're simply locking it in today. You're not making a commitment. This gives you a chance to make sure you like our program, etc. For any reason whatsoever, you don't want to continue. You don't like the colors of the walls. You see a before and after picture up on the wall, and you don't like that person. You don't like me, which is highly unlikely. You don't like my admin, which I'm sure is a safe bet. Any reason whatsoever, you just let us know. And we even have the forms here to make it real simple for you to let us know that you don't want to continue. We put your expiration date up on the wall. I'll send you a couple emails reminding. So the only way you will forget is if you're a flake, which if that's the case, we'd rather you not sign up now because we don't like working with flakes. We make everybody responsible for themselves the way it should be. And we're going to do everything we can to make sure you don't miss it. Nobody has ever had a problem with it.
Really? So you get about 99% say, yeah.
100%.
100%.
If they come in, if they made an appointment and show up, they sign up with me. I get their money.
Yeah.
But now I don't have to chase them 3, 4, 5 weeks later, sit down and have that sales conversation, and massage and anything. All I have to do now is make sure my team are delivering them a great experience, getting them results and everything. And if they do, we have a high retention.
Hey, Rick.
That is freaking beautiful. I mean, really. And the way you just explained it, the way your pitch, because I could tell that was part of your normal pitch. I mean,
that is my pitch when they're sitting in front of me.
I mean, that was so freaking good. And I know you got a question, Chris, but let me just say, this is brilliant. And we're going to share this and talk about this more, Rick, because this is really good. And it follows the most important principle, and one of the most important principles of marketing, which is you sell to people when they're hot.
That's right.
And they're never hotter than right then.
That's my whole idea there. And I'll get my agreement that everybody can look at or download, whatever. I have no problem with it. It's the same one I give to everybody in Nutrition Profit System.
It's impossible not to love this guy. I mean, he is smart as a whip. Oh, my God. That's good stuff, baby. Chris, you're up.
Go ahead, Chris.
Hey, just a quick question because I have a 6-week challenge starting May 1, and I have over 50 people signed up. So this is looking like – so I just want to get clear, Rick. So basically what you're telling me is that if they're going to sign up for your regular program, 12 months, the core offer is you're just giving them 2 months free if they act right now.
Yes, and then so in your case, if it's mine is all 6-month programs.
Oh, okay,
Chris, because I know my average client stays with me for 22 months, so I don't let them get scared with a 12-month agreement, okay? 6 months doesn't seem to scare them as much. Since I know they're going to stay anyway once they sign up, why should I worry about if it's a 12-month or 6-month? So I just make it simple for them, 6 months. Then they sign up. When they commit to that fast action offer, I give them 2 additional months free. And I divide the payments over the 8 months instead of the 6 months, so it still makes their payment cheaper. And I don't have that 2-month gap where I have no money coming in from those 30 or 50 plus people. So it keeps my EFTs, my ACH transactions steady every month of the year.
Yeah.
Got it.
Wow.
It amazes me that when I've mentioned this to people, they don't do it because it makes your life so much simpler.
Yeah.
You're not selling more than once. You're selling the first time. And I literally tell them, so I make you responsible for you the way it should be, because we only want to work with responsible, respectful adults. We don't want to work with flakes. Well, who's sitting in front of me is going to say, I'm a flake, I don't want to do this.
Right.
Do you use that language, Rick? Do you say flake?
Yes, I do.
I think it's powerful because you're embedding this, you're creating an anchor in their head like, hey, if I bail on this guy, I'm a flake. It's that kind of thing. And nobody wants to be a flake.
And the time they would be bailing is right there when they're sitting in front of me. Exactly.
Yeah.
That's the whole idea, is to anchor that in their mind that, no, I'm respectful, responsible.
Right.
Yeah.
It works like I've never had anybody say no to it. And they fill out their credit card or their banking information right there on that form, and it's done.
And you're actually getting them for 8 months versus 6. When you
Yes. Yes. But I don't care if it was 5 months instead of 3 or whatever, because I know my average client stays with me for 22 months. So why should I be trying to lock them in for a long term when I already know the numbers on the back end? Go ahead.
What's your renewal? What's your renewal process at the end of the 6 months? You just roll them over?
Month to month. It just goes month to month at that time. Again, I know they're going to stay for 22 months. Why should I have that conversation and put the thought in their head that, oh, maybe it's time to move on?
What's your exit strategy then, Rick? I mean, if you know that it's 22 months and it's coming up and people start, fading out.
So my exit strategy, quite honestly, is this. When they come and give me their 30-day cancellation notice, they're always they feel uncomfortable doing that because they've been here so long. They really don't want to have to talk about the situation. So again, first thing I do is I align with them. Aaron, I completely understand. You know what? My family comes first too, so I respect you for doing that. But you've been here so long, you've made incredible changes to your physique, to your life. I mean, it's really empowered you. I'd hate to see you lose that now because you're stopping. Let me make this recommendation to you, okay? Let me show you some exercises you can do on your own at home, okay? Once a month, maybe twice a month, let's make contact so we keep you going in the right direction. And you already know that nutrition is 60 to 80% of the equation. Let's keep you on pro diets because that is what really got you there. I'm only going to charge you $19.95 a month. What are they going to do? They're going to reciprocate. I just took a situation where they're going to be paying me where they're walking out of $169 to $179 a month and said, I still want to help you. And I still want to help you because I like you. Let's do something that's cheaper and keep you going in the right direction. The law of reciprocity, they 95% of the time do it.
Yeah.
That's how I get my hands-off nutrition programming in pro diets that makes $4,000 a month with me doing nothing. Between that, or if somebody comes in, fills out a form on the front end and says, oh, I can't afford your program, and it's effectively the same downsell. Well, I'll tell you what, you're obviously interested because you contacted me today, so I know you're interested in getting in shape. I don't want money to be a factor. Let's set up a time to come in. I'm going to show you 5 or 6 exercises that you can do at home on your own. I'll put you on the same nutrition program that my best clients get results for. I'll only charge you $19.95. I don't want cost to be a factor, but I want you to have some commitment because if I do it completely free, you won't follow through. And I set up a time. They come in. I show them 5 or 6 body weight exercises, put them on pro diets for $19.95 a month. I've got 200 plus people right now doing that, from either downselling them on the front end or downselling them on the back end when they give their 30-day notice. So you got 200 people paying you $20 a month. That's $4,000 that I'm really hands off.
Man.
And now you've heard a big part of nutrition profit system right there.
Yeah, well, but what you just shared, I mean, that's really, that's $1 million strategy, both that upsell and that downsell that you've got.
Yes.
Thank you. That's all I can say is thank you for sharing that. That's, I mean, that's going to help a lot of people in our group to hear that. And I'm going to make sure.
This is also one of the ways that I integrate, obviously, nutrition into my program. It works seamlessly no matter what the situation is.
Yeah.
That's the reason nutrition, that, and obviously my actual nutrition program. And nutrition's 52% of my income last year.
Wow.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, that's good. What the other thing that I like, I mean, the strategy's killer, but I love the way you demonstrated it. It's not a pitch, but you're just the almost role playing that you did right there, just showing us how you articulate, because clearly it flows very easily, out of you. You've done it so many times, you're good at it. So it's good for folks to be able to hear that. I mean, it's just awesome. So again, Rick, thank you very much.
And you're right. It does come from practicing the sales scripts over and over. I mean, it's a running joke in my facility. Somebody comes in to sign up for a 6-week challenge or any of this. My staff, they hear me. They can start word syncing with me because they've heard it so many times, because it's the exact same way every time. Yeah, now there might be a slight tweak depending on the person I'm talking to, but for the most part, the core of the sales script stays the same because it's proven to work. So if it's not broke, don't break it.
Right. And that's the difference between a sales pro and somebody who wings it, or somebody who really doesn't sell very well, is that you dial in that script and then you stick to it.
Yeah, that's why, like I said earlier, I know that if they show up, I'm closing them. And this is also the reason I haven't allowed anybody else to do sales at my facility.
Yeah. Well, I mean, that makes complete sense. Sales is where the rubber meets the road, and so it's the single most important function in a business is the actual closing.
Right.
So it's good for the most talented person to be handling that. Well, I got nothing else to say. I'm just eager to get this video posted and to let people know about it. I mean, Rick, it's just great. It's great. So, what I wanted to mention to you, I know you said that is a big piece of NPS, but maybe, I mean, I don't know. I haven't looked into NPS, but maybe there's something you can break out, because we were talking about how you could plus the system to create some special offer type things. And, oftentimes it's just a matter of pulling out an important piece and making it a bonus.
Right.
Yeah, so it's, anyway, food for thought. Yeah. All right, Chris, you got any follow-up on that you want to get from Rick now that you got him here?
No, I'll be communicating with Rick on the backside about some things. I did have a question, though, in regards to term agreements. So, coming from the MPE days, it's 3, 6, and 12s, 12s now 12s and 18s. It seems as though I'm hearing a little bit of things coming back around to month again. Are you guys hearing that at all?
I see so many different setups now that I'm not really sure I see a lot of variety, Chris, is I guess the bottom line, but the month to month, I like the idea of it because it really lowers the resistance, the initial sales resistance, but I don't like it because people can bail on you quick and you're investing a lot to get them in there and then boom, they're gone. Rick, go ahead.
Chris, the big key, if you do it with the month to month after the initial term, you have to know your retention rate. Okay. And then you have to constantly trying to up that number. So like mine's 22, the goal is by the end of this year, get it up to 28 months toward an average person. If you don't know that retention number, then it becomes a risky proposition. Okay. I'm not afraid of it because I know how long the average client stays with me. I also know, that I have a way to downsell them when they are leaving. So I am still extracting a little bit of money from them, so to speak.
Right.
Okay. If you don't have things like that in place, I agree with, continuing to go with the term agreements. But like I said, in my respect, it works really easy because I do know those numbers on the back end. If I didn't know that, I'd be scared to death going with the month thing after that 8-month period.
Right.
Yeah, I'll just jump in here on that. Listen, for me, if I were to go out and open a brand new facility today, there's no way in God's name I would go month to month. All right? Why? Because I need to know how to budget life, right?
Mm-hmm.
Now, to Rick's point, he is comfortable to go month to month after that initial 6 month. I might actually play with that idea, right? After, if I wanted to open a new facility today, I would either offer a 4, 8, or 12 month package, maybe a 6 or 12 month package, and then consider a month to month afterward. But that initial month, initial contract, that I am definitely getting that.
Absolutely. You want to get that commitment on the front end. After that, if you're doing your job, they're going to stay. So you don't need to be as afraid of them leaving if you know that back end number. Like I said, that's really important. That was a big factor for me, was I knew my average client was staying 22 months. Well, why does scare the hell out of, maybe 40% of the people with a 1-year membership because they're just afraid to be committed for that long. So I just took that out of the equation, made it an easy commitment for them. And like I said, I know they're going to stay, so I'm not afraid of it.
Yeah. I like
it's important to be confident in your sales process. I mean, it really is. You have to know you have those scripts in order. Damn it, Matt Sizemore, figures he call now. So that's really what it boils down to, Chris. I would always have the initial term because you want them to be committed to themselves. A month-to-month person isn't going to be committed. You're just going to be turning and burning, which I could never do in my community. I only have 1,400 people. So I had to have some initial term, but be confident enough that I'm going to keep them there, so I'm not constantly looking for new clients.
Got it.
And here's the other thing that I love about what Rick does. He's not satisfied only to go month to month. He has a goal to increase his lifetime value. He has this plan to increase it from 22 months to, I think it was 24 months, whatever it was, to 26 or 28 months. There is a plan in place to increase that longevity. And it's just... Which is the reason I'm sitting here right now. This is what I'm looking to increase that longevity, the referral challenge. That's the reason I'm here, to increase that and make it further, because down the road it makes my business more valuable.
Yeah.
Just incredible.
That's good. Do you have a lot of people asking for month to month, Chris?
No, not at all. I mean, we've always done long-term contracts. I just been hearing a lot more about that, after the first year, going month to month. So I was just asking.
Yeah.
When you say you hear about it, you're not hearing about it from your clients. You're hearing about it from competitors or what?
Yeah, just from our community. Like I know Randy Hartz, I think, is doing that now. A couple other guys are doing that.
We need to talk to Randy about that one.
Well, I'm telling you, whatever.
But I think he's doing it, just to clarify, and Chris, tell me if I'm wrong, but I think Randy's doing it the same way Rick just described, right? He's selling a term on the front and then going month to month on the back.
Yeah, I think so.
Yes, he is. Yes, he is.
Yeah. And see, I think that it makes good sense as long as you've got your retention squared away. It can make good sense. Obviously, you want to explore different opportunities, different things there. But as Aaron said, it's so important, and you guys know because you're doing it. You're selling that term on the front because you all. I think I've always thought you should think of yourselves as like doctors in the sense that you're giving a prescription when somebody comes in. You're the expert. You know how much time they're going to need, and well, I mean, in terms that you're prescribing a solution, fitness solution. In that way. And so, you can't leave it up to the client they don't know how long it's going to take, but Right.
I'm only kidding with you. Doctors, that's usually, a lot of times I'll use that. I said, look, what I do is proactive. What doctors do are reactive. I can keep you from going to a doctor. So that's all. Only place
Yeah, no, I get you on that. But what the thing that doctors have, and this is the point that I'm trying to make, is they have authority. And when they prescribe a solution, no, patients don't go, oh no, that's not right for me. They say okay, and that's what I mean.
I agree.
All right, good. Anything else, guys, while we're here, or otherwise we're going to wrap it up.
I think I'm good.
Good, Rick, you good?
I'm good. Yeah, I'm gonna get ready to get on that plane, go home, and get ready for tax day sale tomorrow. Hopefully we'll sell another 35 or so after last week, because last week that little promo I put together, I was on Friday, and I told in the 4 days we sold 35 folks, and then I ended up giving like $2,800 to the Cystic Fibrosis Foundation.
I saw the post that you made with the check. That's awesome.
Yeah.
Well, look, man, I just want to salute you. Thank you very much for your contribution. I know that helped Chris and it helped us, and it's going to help a lot of other people when they watch this video. So thank you very much.
My pleasure. That's where I think a lot of fitness professionals need to really dial it in. I think it would make a huge difference in their business.
Yeah, and let me just add to this, since a lot of folks are going to watch this, just a plug for Nutrition Profit System, because this is where you teach all that stuff, right? I mean,
that's correct. It is.
Yeah, they can get access to you and all the scripts and everything through Nutrition Profit Systems. And there's a link to it in the resources section of the member site if folks want to.
And we also, I teach them how to implement several different nutrition funnels. Well, one funnel that works seamlessly with their training program, from low barrier of entry to higher level, all the way up to high-end coaching, how to seamlessly make it work with your training program, along with those downsells.
Beautiful, beautiful. All right. Thank you all very, very much. It was great talking with you. Have a great week, and we'll see you on Facebook.
See you guys. Thanks a lot.
See you.
See you, Chris.
Later, bud.
Aaron, can you hang out for a minute? Awesome. Let me stop recording.